Welcome back. Time for the Morning Buzz. Hunter Biden spotted getting off of Marine One with President Biden at the White House yesterday. But nobody knew it because he wasn't on any of the official passenger lists. Fox News White House correspondent Jackie Heinrich pressed KJP about this yesterday. Watch.
Will the White House announce Hunter Biden's presence on Marine One moving forward?
It was not something that we have done or we would be doing moving forward.
The reason I ask is just with the legal trouble he's facing, if leaving him off the list would appear to sound like an effort to conceal him. Why does the president think it's appropriate that taxpayer dollars should be used to fly him around?
So I would refer you to Hunter's personal representatives.
She's referring them elsewhere. Tiana, it's a very good question. Why is he on Marine One? Where is he going with the president?
Remember, he was living at the White House in the 2 weeks before Secret Service found that cocaine left in the West Wing.
Unbelievable.
He was there for 2 weeks, and this is also right as he was negotiating that sweetheart plea deal of the century that got blown up, thank God, because we had one judge that was willing to ask these questions. Because the impeachment inquiry is not a criminal investigation into Joe Biden, you can't explicitly say that there's witness tampering. But remember, Hunter Biden's legal fate and Joe Biden's political fate are almost inverse, because Joe Biden could very easily get out of a lot of these, impeachment charges that they're talking about drafting by throwing his son under the bus. And his son seems a lot more willing to throw him under the bus, which is why he went to his Justice Department. Hunter went to the Biden DOJ saying, you need to help me get a deal, otherwise I'm going to testify, explaining that I was giving all this money to the big guy. So it does look, even if it's not legal witness tampering, in effect, that is what this is.
Yeah, I don't think either of them are going to throw each other under the bus, though. I really don't. I think they're both going to lie to the end and defend one another. Sarah, how do you see it?
Yeah, I think that Hunter Biden has leaned into the PR campaign, promoting the sympathetic parts of his personal history that are actually likely to backfire in court. He can't really argue that he was so helplessly addicted to drugs in 2018 that he shouldn't be held accountable for his actions, and that the expenses he was writing off on his tax forms in 2018 were also legitimate business expenses because he was capable of doing business. And also, you hear the White House here refusing to engage on Hunter Biden's legal troubles, right? But Joe Biden, before Hunter Biden faced any charges, had no problem weighing in on the DOJ's case. He gave an interview to NBC where he said, my son did nothing wrong, and if Donald Trump had did that, if his family was under investigation, that would be seen as pushing the Justice Department in a certain way. But now that Hunter Biden is facing accountability, the White House is saying it's now improper to weigh in on the case.
Unbelievable. Yeah. It's really, it's so obviously a two-tiered system of justice.
Oh, very, very much of a two-tiered system. The Marine One aircraft actually have 14 seats, so it's not uncommon for the president to actually have passengers fly with him. But to have Hunter Biden fly with him under the current circumstances, I think just shows such poor judgment. I mean, why would he do that? Why would he subject himself to that? And then further, why would they not record the fact that Hunter Biden is on those flights? Again, bad judgment ×2. It's just not something that should be done.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Biden has a political blind spot here when it comes to his son. He's unable to manage this in a way that could help his campaign.
What are they hiding?
Exactly.
Yeah.